Hello, everyone. So I got a great question from subscriber Anna Rosa Everything Energy, and she was responding to the coloring book prompts video, and as well as the old one, as well as the new one. And she had a great question that I thought I'd put into a video, wanting to know how to create a cover with the look of watercolor filling in white space. Now, when I read this initially, I thought of one thing, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of another. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you the two ideas that I had about how to do this in Leonardo for those who are just getting started or wanted to do something unique. Now, here I am in my free Leonardo account, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I wanted to show that whatever I'm thinking, you can definitely do it, whether you have a paid subscription or a free subscription. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually utilize this feature here. I'm in Phoenix 1.0, or you can use Phoenix 1.9 or zero point 0.9 or whatever is you use. But I'm going to choose Phoenix 1.0. And then you're going to actually go ahead and use the image to image button. Now, what this is, again, these right here are these are the subscriber image to image, but there is a regular image to image that is open for everyone. And as you can see here, you have a reference image, a source image, and the result. So you can get something along the lines of what my initial thought was about her question. You can actually go ahead and do something similar. Now, I've uploaded one of the rocket ship drawing pages that is in my free download. And as you can see here, it's set, the image to image strength is set as 0.3. That's the default. Now, for what I want to do, I'm actually going to drop it down a little bit. Down the bottom here is 0.10. I'm just going to leave it at 0.10, and that's fine. And then the next thing we're going to do is that since I'm in Phoenix and dynamic would work too, but I want to actually make sure and force it to do illustration. So those are the two modifications that I would do in order to kind of get this to where I want it to go. Now I'm going to use a prompt. I do have prompt enhance here, so it's going to change the prompt anyway, but this is the prompt that I'm going to use in order to initiate this. So now I have it here. It says, got the prompt in there, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to generate. Now we can go ahead and do 16. Now just make sure you have your dimensions properly, right? I'm just going to keep it 1-to-1, and we're going to generate and see how it goes. Now, as you can see here, I did use the oranges and the greens and the blues and the purples. So you can see here that it does have that watercolor look and feel, which would make it a very stunning coloring book cover. You can change however the colors you want or anything like that. But just realize that I did use the lowest setting on image to image. So it doesn't exactly look like the initial image, but it does, I'd say 90% the same as what you input in there. So just be mindful of that. Now, of course, if you wanted to go ahead and tweak the colors, go ahead and do that here in the edit with AI. You can choose however you want to tweak it. If you want to add a few more planets or whatever, go ahead and do that. Now, this is one way that you can edit one of your coloring book pages to make it for the actual book cover. Here's my second interpretation of her comment. This is more along the lines of I see an artist's hand trying to color a coloring page, like watercolor with a brush and everything. So I'm going to use this image, the same image, but I'm going to keep it at 0.1, image to image, and I'm going to put in the following prompt. Great. Now here we have, we see the artist's hand in these first two ones. You see the artist's hand here actually doing that. I like this one the most. You can use that as a cover for your coloring book and go from there. Again, image to image is the answer to the question, but how you use it is going to be determined by the settings that you have, as well as the prompt you put in. In this one, I just basically used an artist's hand, and then I asked them to do it half done. You can edit this a little bit more by saying, make it a little less vibrant and a little more pastel-like, however you want to do it. But between image to image and edit with AI, you can turn your coloring book image into a coloring book cover. Hope that answers the question. If you have any more, please drop me a comment. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.